Hey, it's Bob Snyder again, heading down the road in the Rover, doing a little generally speaking topic. Today we want to talk about the future of real estate. Real estate. Let's have a little discussion about forecasting real estate trends and what we have to look forward to. There's a few things that drive real estate values, but the number one thing out there is always going to be demand. It is. I mean, if people don't want your property, they're not going to buy your property. And suddenly, we're in a buyer's market, not a seller's market. If there are more people out there looking for a home than there are homes to look for, then guess what? You're going to find appreciation, you're going to find demand, and that's going to drive prices. What drives demand? Obviously, population growth has a significant impact on that very thing. Right now, we're sitting at about, 327 million people in the United States. That's a lot of folks. They all need housing. Remember, it's one of those basic needs that humans require. So, because they all need housing, we can provide that. But as the population continues to swell and grow over the next 20, 25, 30 years, as it's projected to do, the need for housing is going to increase at an ever-increasing rate. There's only a couple of things that really influence the demand and impact, the desire for individuals to own a home, and that is affordability. You got to take a look at affordability. As interest rates go up, what happens? Well, that means the payment goes up. People really don't care about what something costs. They care about what they've got to pay for it on a monthly basis. Payments drive buying decisions in real estate more so than listing prices do. So as interest rates go up, then it pushes a lot of people out of the market because they just can't qualify for a loan. And that creates a correction. Because if the folks that are first-time buyers can't get into a house, then that means that the next tier can't move into their second home, and the next tier can't sell their home to move into their third, and so on and so forth. And that hurts the luxury home market as you get to the top end. So it's a domino effect. So what we want to be aware of is where things are at. What is affordability in your market? Because there may be huge population growth, there may be fantastic demand, but if the average Joe's going into their lender and saying, hey, here's my house, here's what they're charging for it, and here's what I can pay, they're going to set them on a different path. Yeah, there's going to be a new reassociation that, I'm sorry, but we can't give you a loan because you don't qualify. And then we see the domino effect work in the other area. We're going to see a correction, just as we did coming out of the Great Recession. We were in a massive housing shortage. Many areas of the country still are in that housing shortage. But as interest rates go up, it's going to affect affordability. And as more and more individuals cannot afford the prices that are being asked for, then the market has got to correct. Now, I'm not seeing that the market's going to dive like it did back in 2007 and 8 and 9. What I am seeing is it's just going to be a healthy correction, which is what we want to have happen in real estate. So you don't want a stagnant level market. You want a market that's either going up or coming down, because that creates opportunity for a savvy real estate investor. As the market corrects, that means there's going to be more wholesale buying opportunities that are available to us. That's huge. That means that you're going to be able to go out there and acquire property at greater, deeper discounts. It also means that we're not going to see material costs driving up every single month, which affects, your projections on what it's going to take to fix and flip a property and get it ready for resale. You're not going to have to worry about labor costs going up. You're not going to have so much competition out there for your labor. So you'll be able to get people into your homes to do the work so that you can turn them around in a quicker fashion to ensure higher profitability and to allow you to do more deals. So there's a lot of wins with the market taking a little bit of a cool down for real estate investors. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going on with the market in terms of buy and hold. See, real estate helps you to become recession-proof if you buy property and you hang on to property. How so? Well, rents are one of those things that pretty much go up and down with inflation. Now, that means that if you've got a rental property and you've got individuals who want to live there, they're going to pay for that because they can't afford a house. So if they can't afford a house, then their only other option is to jump in and rent from you. I love the fact that with rental property, people work all month long to ensure that you're the first one paid. I also love the fact that, we don't have to lose the buying power of our dollar in a high inflationary period of time, because rents will continue to go up with inflation. In some areas where there's higher demand and there's good job growth and there's better incomes, you'll see that rents and real estate go up significantly higher than inflation. So now you're ahead of the curve. But here's the other thing. As time goes on, that flatline mortgage you're generally keeping will then eventually get paid off, because you're going to see that your principal continues to pay down, and you're eventually going to get into a position where that property's paid for. What are you going to do with paid for properties? What happens if the market totally and completely crashes and there is a correction on rents? It's not a big deal, because the good news is all you're going to do is make a little bit of an adjustment so that you can get tenants in your homes, and then you've got cash flow coming in on a monthly basis. You want to be recession proof, you want to be cash flow rich, you want to make sure that you have a lasting legacy that you can pass on to the next generation. Buy property and hold it. Well, in Renatus, we teach you how to do all of the above. Cash flow is king. If you want to enjoy a certain level of freedom, the only way to achieve that is you're going to have to get some residual income coming in, and the best way to do that is by buying and holding property.